with a run like this, where you can do the slightest of mistakes and get punished hard for it, you can't really say that until you're like halfway through the run. The beginning is not really the hard part as well. Like, it's intense, but it's getting rough in the middle of the game. I just love seeing goals. You're gonna see a lot more of those, I think. But I agree, I also love seeing goals.
It was about 30 years ago.
Speaking of which, let me try to get a good first level for once.
I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that son,
I guess I really just pressed down twice to restart mission. That's such a... Oh man. It happens quite easily.
No, Steve. The other kind of funny. Was it Pat Garrett?
Game's gotten so optimized. Only this scene crank run the game. I don't know, man. You say that, and yet the world record has several deaths in it. I don't know how to feel about that.
So that's just what I did. Still, one of them reached the water tower.
I think optimizations and strat-wise we got really far, but there's not a run yet that really shows the potential of what we found so far in 2020.
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was inside. None the worse.
Like, if you want to see crazy good and optimized movement, Bullets' run was really good. Like, there's a reason that it stood for 4 years. Like, the movement he had going was really good, to the point where you could see he was grinding the game for months. Like, my world record isn't even close to being that nice of a run, so it's still gonna take a while to beat in value, if you know what I mean. Oh my god, the wood! The wood blocked the shot. Oh, gotcha! That was a good shot. What do you think is possible? Oh my god. 110 is way beyond... That's way beyond what's possible. I think 114 will be really tough. I think it's possible, but it's gonna be really tough. And saving a minute over that is pretty difficult. Like, I know I have several deaths, / several mistakes, but they only save like 12 seconds at a time, pretty much. So... yeah, sub 114 is gonna be really hard. What? No, I'm not pressing down at all. Why?
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I
like, I actually made a spreadsheet on where I can save time in my PB and what is realistic and what is not. And I basically come to a point where, like, putting all the time saves, realistic time saves into place, I get a 114.02 or 01. So if you get a theoretically perfect run, realistic perfect run, along with like a few goals in it, then the sub 114 is possible, which is already a lot to ask for. Was pretty drunk when I was watching yesterday. Yeah, okay. Didn't realize you were that insane. No, it wasn't that insane. Like, it was just a couple of major mistakes tied with a lot of good levels. Or decent. Yeah, I think some were really good, actually.
in a fair fight.
Being too humble, you beat a 4-year-old world record? I don't think I am too humble.
Boy, that ain't what I meant when I
Like,
said I met Pat Garrett. So let me
Like, I know I
start
beat that run,
finally
but
reached
still,
those
I have
damn
so many mistakes that I need to
stepped inside,
correct.
and
It's still not a nice run to look at, you know? Like, if you are a speedrunner and you get to know all the optimizations that you have and the possibility of a perfect run,
boy, that was just
like, you're starting to see like when something is a good run and when something is a great run.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard.
Did you
I
call
was
your
after.
mom? I tell her mom about my PBs. I guess I told my father, so yeah, guess I did.
He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's.
I was not like, Mom, get the camera.
Why were you after him?
Well, you know.
I owed that son of a bitch up close to what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence.
Also, I
It was
just
right around then that I heard
can't
Billy
save
got
time in that first level, man. It's impossible.
He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too. My first order of business was finding a firearm. Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
I do that with my wife. Babe, get the camera. You know, I understand that wholeheartedly. If you're a girlfriend or a wife, that is something that should be shared with hype.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did. Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. Guards were everywhere looking for it.
Actually, are there any games that you run tinfoil
I had to
grills?
jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the plank.
You don't need to be on the top level to be proud of your runs.
But hell, if they weren't
I was also super proud about my first couple of runs.
apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
Oh!
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build.
Fallout 3, any percent. Yo, I have no idea how that game
Glad I had Deputy Bob
looks as a speedrun. But it sounds awesome.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground.
Learned Bioshock 2, any percent. Okay. Didn't do any... Okay, fair enough. And Bioshock is a game that I just need to play at some point. I bought it knowing that it was a really good game,
I guess Billy saved your ass.
and I would probably really enjoy it if I did play it, but
Billy didn't
didn't do it
Bob.
until now.
Sure he did. He
Haven't played
dispatched
any
you
of them.
right
I
after
played a
shot you
little
down.
bit of Bioshock Infinite when I was at a friend's house.
Bob came right
He
up
also
behind
showed
me, angry
me
as hell that Billy had
Dishonored,
lit out.
and 2 years later I
Bob,
grinded the hell out of that game.
said,
So
"You
Bioshock
better let me
needs to
go."
happen at some
And he
point.
said,
Story is amazing,
"I
yeah.
don't think so,
I
boy.
kind of
Not with my
know
shotgun."
the biggest
So we stood there in the middle of the
plot
street.
point already, so I kind of spoiled myself.
He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no
But
choice but to
I know it's a
defend
really
myself.
good game. The thing is, I tried to play it once, a long time ago, but that was when I only had a really limiting office mouse, and the sensitivity on that game was so high that I couldn't
They
play
were
it.
the ones looking him in the eye.
And also it was pretty laggy, so yeah.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Bioshock 1 story is insane. Yeah, I know. I mean, I spoiled myself like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. So obviously it's still gonna be fucking amazing if I play it.
Roscoe, Bob,
But
Oh,
I know some things about the game that I shouldn't know as someone who didn't play through the whole game. Specifically the would you kindly thing. Although I don't know if that was the first part or the second part, but I know about that. That's the only thing that I still know, to be honest. I think you can throw bees at people. I think that's something that you have, but that's the extent of my knowledge of Bioshock. Wanted to speedrun Bioshock 1, but I couldn't get the game to work on my PC. I learned 2 instead. Kind of disappointing. I see.
Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer.
I mean, when did you try that? Because there's a remaster out now, and that would maybe solve some of the problems that you would have had.
Hearing great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to it.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time...
All speedruns have to be played on the original version? There's for sure a leaderboard for the remastered version. I can guarantee you there's a leaderboard for the remastered version.
I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong.
But yeah, if the runs on it is as interesting on the remastered version, that's too bad.
But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
I guess I know I worked out pretty well, so let me do it again.
I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner.
Don't care about leaderboards. Some skips and glitches can only be done in the original. Yeah, that's fair enough. Then that's too bad. It really is too bad.
Serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
But what I mean is, like, there is for sure a speedrunning scene specifically for the
I
remaster.
ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me.
Even if it's not as big as the original.
Whizzing by my
And yeah,
ears,
if some things,
about to
some
roll
cool
over
tricks
the
don't work, that's too bad.
I just kept running like there was no
Oh god, why did I
Because
stop
there
sprinting?
would be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this.
I remember there was some game that I wanted to play, but I didn't know if the remaster version or the original was
That's
better.
when something miraculous happened.
What was it?
Like manna from heaven. I found the desiccated
Oh,
remains of
Ori.
what looked
Ori and the
like an
Blind
Apache
Forest.
warrior. The old
I was confused because I bought the game and got 2 versions at the same time, and I was like, okay, which one should I play?
Matt Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful
Uh-oh.
of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds in both of my
Oh. Okay.
It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter.
There's no leaderboard to separate categories, and 3/4 of active Bioshock 2 runners are Russian, so we can't chat in Discord about that stuff.
That's right.
That sucks. That is
That
unlucky. That's too bad. It's interesting though how one culture dominated the speedrunning scene.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs.
Free.
I'm coming for you. A little
Oh
stealth
god.
made more
Didn't wait
sense,
long
to be
enough, I think.
perfectly honest.
1.
Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till Kingdom Come. But I knew. Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon. But it was just me. Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive.
Community was a big reason I stopped
Told
running.
Ike
Found
and Billy
community is
Quammen
amazing,
that
so
it wasn't
preferred.
the
Yeah.
Mexican who took their father's
Community
life
is a
that day.
big part of running
They
a
just
game.
assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the Old K Corral.
Which is why I'm glad that Crank decided to run the game as well again.
A few weeks after that dust up at the Old K Corral, I was still
Gotcha.
after Johnny Ring.
I was being careful this time.
First, I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious. Earth's coming! Get ready, boys. There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas.
I wasn't sure if I had a shot left, so I melee as well.
Ringo walk away unscathed, and that's what drove me forward. Excuse me. Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Uh-oh, that was a headshot. Okay, whew. I got headshot by a guy, so I was on pretty low health.
And God knows what else for people to hide behind.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand. Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Art. There used to be a part in Half-Life 2 speedruns where you would have to wait for a long fight to resolve
Are you
by
saying
itself.
they ran? Cowardice was
Oh god,
neither Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
kind of messed that up. I was thinking about Half-Life
Brocious
2.
gave me no choice
Um,
but to take
There was
his
a part
life.
where you were hiding
But
off,
Ringo
so
was
you
nowhere
would
to
have
be
like
found.
a minute and a half of just drawing whatever with the weapons that you had. So people were drawing Francazis and Kappas and such during a run. That was always fun to look at.
Killer is still unknown.
But that's long gone. That's a very, very old thing.
Tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
I don't know why I wasn't... I don't know why I did that with the focus. I guess why I was absent-minded. I'm sorry. But yeah, for some reason... Curly Bill is the only boss fight in the whole game that doesn't take reduced damage from focus.
I always thought
Many
that
bosses
all
take
these
less
people
damage if you are in focus, but not him. And I don't really know why. Okay.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend.
Keep your head in
for
the
you,
game?
boy.
Yeah. You're right.
The legend
I
ain't
should
always
focus.
true. I was paid a healthy bounty for...
Okay. Magnificent one. Can't really save time here. I did that really well on my PB, so I'll just have to meet the part-time, I guess.
If I was going to track down Roscoe
Nope.
Bob Bryant. Martin Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick.
Bad start. Oh my god.
As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits and put a generous price on his head.
It makes me nervous getting so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder. Oh yeah? Who the hell is that thing?
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush
No!
in Sutter's
No! What are you... Silas Greaves!
prospectors.
Put on your goddamn boots! Don't run around with fucking slippery skater shoes. Oh my god.
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War.
Yeah. It's fine
Stone-cold
though.
Killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam.
If I would have died, that would have been bad.
Some kind of hero.
That would have been really bad. But this was basically
Fast and headed on to meet my destiny.
just as slow as using old strats, like the old path we would take, which honestly isn't that much slower, so it's fine.
But once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back.
That was funny though.
First thought was to enter
I guess I mistimed that jump.
I saw an entrance.
It was a pretty good showcase of what happens if you hit slopes pretty bad with your jumps.
It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous. Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. Some of those shafts can be as deep as hell.
Yeah, Greaves got really slippery shoes.
Admit to my plan of attack,
He really should get some new boots.
but clearly inside.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it.
You better send him some nice Nikes. I have no idea
I
about
spotted a
shoes.
ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side.
Oh,
was a
thank
long
God.
way
Okay.
around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. I was determined not to give up, however. As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they
Okay,
put
I
on
can
his
do
head
the
went a
latter part
long
slightly
way
better
helping
to
me fight
somewhat
those Bob. And I had
negate
made it my
the
mission to
time
settle
loss I
that
will
score
get.
come hell or high water. I wanted to use the element of
Just a small
surprise.
amount.
Plus, I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed up already, so what the hell? Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Oh! Come on! God damn. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna shoot twice to get his dynamite off for sure. And I'm glad I did. What the hell? Okay.
Plummer was clearly unhinged.
Maybe I shouldn't shoot twice because I didn't have any ammo left. Okay. Whew.
Oh, that's how
Yeah, I'm
Henry
gonna lose a
Plummer
bit of
died.
time.
Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I would...
Okay, I'm basically even. That's funny.
So, did you finally...
I dodged death many a time. And that night in Abilene was no different.
Oh man. I'm realizing I'm tired because I'm
Texas Rangers
struggling to focus. Okay.
to the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who was waiting
Yeah.
for me?
Shooting that beer down is a pretty good showcase of how well you're doing right now.
Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this.
Pause the check. Deep breaths. Let's go.
Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Harded was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. He was a bona
Okay.
fide folk hero by then. and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. Freezing with giblets on. Ain't right, we gotta stay out here and keep a watch like this. Boys know we gotta do
Okay.
the law, dog.
That was good movement.
Shoot that son of a bitch.
I had to spill a lot of blood to find
Yo,
out
Kenster.
Martin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest
Shit, that's a melee.
reached the bull's head.
Okay, but I got good spawns.
Some were hightailing it into town. Suffice it to say,
6,
nobody there
7.
was happy to see me. I was disappointed that neither
We got
Bob
the
nor
dialogue
John
skip.
Wesley were among the
Running
dead.
was good, lost a minute in spans.
But
That's
that
too
was
bad, man.
short-lived.
Sorry to hear
As a
that.
moment later, I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Ah, whew.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him. That man was faster than greased lightning, but being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
I can't judge if I saved that much time.
No, I sent him to
I
prison.
did. Oh my god.
Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back at a saloon.
That time save was purely from skipping that QTE
Thank
correctly. That was the only difference compared to my PB. That was the only
was put on
difference.
Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions.
Go crazy.
Grey Wolf was a
This is another level I can save major time on. I think I died here, so I can save 12 seconds here. But the condition being that I don't die this time, which is really difficult.
Right from the beginning, I couldn't
So
shake
damn,
the
okay,
feeling
now I
that
know
Grey
that
Wolf
skipping a
watching my
QTE
every
correctly saves
move. He led
about
a
4 to
family
5
of Apache
seconds.
warriors
That's
who wanted
major.
retribution
That's pretty big.
and were more than willing to die for him.
Yo, Tinfoil Grills, thank you for subscribing, man.
They saw me.
You didn't need to do that. Thank you so much.
It crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting was started, there was no backing down. It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas. That's why they had retreated there. I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment.
Oh god. Oh no! Okay, I need to take that safe because I was damaged enough to die of fall damage.
Don't tell me.
But that lock-on was accidental. I don't know how that happened.
Bravery so much as pure, angry cussing.
Okay.
Had a stubborn
Oh no, please. Video game!
I wasn't about to.
Load the checkpoint, alright. Yeah, this is the hard part.
Pitch black in there?
No!
It was pretty well lit as they had torches on the wall.
I need to go all out. Actually, there's no need to do that.
By the horse swing.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
Okay. This is fine. Had to sub for that gold. Thank you, man. Thank you.
I came upon this flooded grotto.
Okay.
And that's when I saw him.
We didn't
He
die,
came to me
so that's the
unarmed,
good part.
unafraid. His
But I
voice
missed that
echoed in the
shot,
shadows,
so that was a bad part.
and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart.
The crazy thing about that shot is, if you miss that QTE and use 2 shots with the revolver, there are enough people around to potentially kill you. But you have barely enough time to run past everyone before they are ready to shoot, if you only use 1 shot. So you just have to go all out and YOLO that shot and run ahead. To make it as safe as possible. Yes, to make it as safe as possible. If you take that slow, it's getting risky.
He said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other.
And I can actually guarantee... Oh boy, Crank, I hope you don't die in the run because of that, but it's very likely you do. So I hope to God that doesn't happen to you in a good run.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Nice. That was perfect.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap.
I'm dropping a lot of frames today.
One just appeared.
I'm sorry for that. I don't know what's going on.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave.
I feel like it's not my fault.
Finally, I found
Yeah, no,
myself
this is
back
not in my
outside,
control.
perched on the edge of
I'm
a
sorry.
precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo is right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me.
Why not drop some sick rhymes instead? I'm sorry. I don't have... I can't focus on that.
Maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
That would take a lot of my attention if I would focus on rhymes.
I had a steep climb.
Oh no. Now you're making me think about rhymes. God damn it, Kenster. The rock is here.
God be my witness.
There it is.
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Hey, I believe
The rhymes, not frames.
Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Didn't need to wait that long. I threw that dynamite at a bad spot. I thought there would be more people there.
I had not seen before. I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch
Okay,
disappeared
check
into
this time
thin air.
save. Boom.
Thank you, darling.
This is why I'm relaxed about the start. Nothing matters until I hit the big time saves. At least for now.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to
Two?
anybody who'd take
Okay.
one. See, the dogs got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time.
Can I save time in this level? I don't think I can.
Everybody knows. They had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know.
Nothing matters until I hit the big time saves is my life motto. Honestly, it's not the best mindset to have right now. Okay, let me correct myself. It's not the best mindset to have if you want to get a really, really good run. But I am too tired to get a really good run, so I'm being realistic. And I'm more in the mode of just, okay, let me go for a good run. Let me not do big mistakes. And let me just get the big time saves off. That was the weirdest drop ever.
of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
He saw
Okay,
me
this
around
next
the
part
back of the bank.
I died on in my last attempt,
Steep ladder, black
so
with danger as he did.
I'll be a bit safer here.
Like him who risked their lives to tame this wild
Let me be fast in a safe way. I say that, and then I was a bit anxious.
That side of green, son of a bitch!
did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this
Oh,
country free.
oh, pff.
Over there!
Jim Boone, Davy Crockett,
Actually, yeah, I should always melee that guy. I should always kill him with a melee just to be safe.
taking down those thieving dogs.
That's the most consistent way of killing that guy. So yeah, okay, I learned something new again.
And when dusk
That's
finally
something I
settled,
need to put in my notes.
the last man
Just
standing.
melee that guy.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
I can't kill him while I'm in the air and jumping down because there is a chance that my jump is too good
It was early
and that I take too much fall damage and die. That's how my last attempt ended. So
set to hightail it out.
what I need to do instead is jump against him to negate fall damage and then kill him. And the best way to do that is with a melee attack after I bumped into him. Okay. Things like that I put in my notes.
I'd been
That's why I have
tracking those
notes.
jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless.
Boy, you are shit out of
Finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks.
Okay, this is hard.
At the same time in the same town. Where
Yes!
But they still had friends in Coffeeville. And those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them.
I had a bad grip on my mouse, so that focus came a bit delayed.
Top it off, I found
Okay.
myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeeville. He's the only Dalton who did.
What is he saying? Oh my god.
Well, do I
That's
agree
the first time I heard him
put
talk in
all those
slow-mo.
damn holes in him.
Damn. How did I lose 5 seconds? Hmm.
Will you get those suckers?
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with
Was this something I
And in
messed
that
up?
time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to
There
lend
must
a
be.
hand.
Okay. Whatever. This is
They
a
seemed
really
as
hard level.
determined as me to find
This
those
is the
Daltons.
one level that I've grinded for an hour before I started streaming.
Like I had my own
So let's
private
hope I put that
was
time
early
to good
fall,
use.
right? Beautiful time of year.
That was
At
good
least you had
movement.
the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course.
This is the make or
We
break
kept an eye
level.
out for landmarks. It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color. Red as blood.
bury them in the swamp. Plant them where they stand.
Except for some bitch ahead of me wanted to do me harm. So I had to face him alone.
Okay.
I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shot.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet.
I was so close to skipping this whole dialogue.
A few of their friends
That would have been the fastest ever in a run. This was still really, really good.
materialized
Like,
as if
really
right
good.
before my eyes. I scrambled up
I
top
was
to get a
this
better
close
view, but just
to
ended
making
up
it
falling
perfect.
inside.
Oh, how did
Okay.
you get
I'm
out?
glad at least that
The barn
shows.
doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running through the bush.
Something I learned for that part is getting in the middle of the 2 shotgunners
But that goddamn
and
swamp
killing
like
both
a
of them
goddamn maze.
for
Pretty
consistently.
soon I had no
And it's
goddamn
fast.
idea where
It's
I
fast
was.
and consistent and it's safe and saves you so much damage and life and time, and it's good. That's something that you need to do in full game runs.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
friends?
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
Bounty hunters!
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
That was a shotgunner. I never had a shotgunner spawn there. That was weird.
Standing together against anyone who would threaten.
Okay. This was really fast, so I'll probably spawn behind the house, so I'll commit to walking right.
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
I spawn farther to the right the faster this path was, or the faster that part was.
Floated off during the flood of 89.
Since this was super fast, I think I'll be spawning behind the house instead of left to it.
Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board.
I was incorrect. It's fine. Doesn't take that much time.
Those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces. Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Also, I figured out one way of making this consistent and not soft locking and needing to reload a checkpoint.
I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell. Right about
So I'm about to do a checkpoint reload that no one ever has done before in a run, and it loses about, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 seconds. No, about 3 seconds, but
I finally had him. After months of dogged pursuit.
that's something I need to take in order to make it consistent. Otherwise you lose up to 15 seconds.
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle. Apparently the vigilantes were on their... But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
And honestly, maybe it doesn't even lose that much time, because you would have to go slow in that last part just to go around the soft lock. So honestly, this might even save time if I go super fast in a previous part. So I think in long term that's a good thing to go for.
Oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop throwing for content, I'm sorry. I'm starting to get into it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. Nice, those are good spawns.
It was time to settle this once and for all.
For 14, 15, 16. 27. Okay, I missed one. There he is. Or was. No, there he was. Okay. That was alright. Actually, I'm gonna save a lot of time because this was a really good bounty hunter sell my name, and my PB swamp level was super horrible. So expect something good. Like really good. I don't know how to time this.
They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later. He moved to California and sold...
Nice. Nice. Oh, okay.
Trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains.
This is not even the last time save that I can get, to be quite frank, but this was by far the biggest one.
Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking.
So now,
They blew the bridge with
oh
the
boy,
intention of forcing the train to
I just
stop.
need to be on par with my
I
PB.
was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
I just need to avoid making giant mistakes. And then Oh boy.
Well, I made my way off.
Don't even want to think about what.
Came upon a few
Where you walking, friend?
choice, but
Oh my god!
there I had to negotiate and even
He was so fascinated by those rocks. Oh my god.
jump from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall.
That was funny.
Old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados.
Pre-fire. Hold forward. Okay, got it.
Times it was like shooting ducks in a
I'm
shooting
pre-firing there because
only
half of the time
damn
a guy is
ducks
spawning there, and if he actually
would show up and
is not killed, there's a chance that you bump into him and he launches you off and you die. So always pre-fire there. Chat. I think I can save some time with a good duel here. Not gonna go for super balls out duels this run.
help? From the
They're not
Pinkertons?
worth it.
No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
I don't want to lose another 8 seconds due to a flat-nosed curry absolutely destroying me.
Retreat! He's killing everybody!
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray
Okay.
this as it happened.
Let's hope the shotgunner spawns this time at the spot I'm used to.
Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
Okay. He's still my bottom left. Or right? Bottom left. He is the next guy? No. Yes. I need to trust myself with these calls. Shotgunner up top now? No. Did I already kill him? No, there he is. Wow, that was a late spawn.
Once I silenced all those
Bottom
guns,
left.
I was searching for a nemesis, determined to finally
I was
have
looking
justice.
left.
But the
No,
only
I was
survivor
shooting
who
left, but I
welcomed
had to
me
watch
was
right,
George
so
Flatnose
out came
Burr.
left.
Who was he?
I'm sorry.
Fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry.
Reft and
Maybe
Light,
LZLA.
the magical duo. That sounds
some
like a
folks
great
might
TV show,
dispute that.
actually. Reft and Light. Okay. It should be enough for a good one. Oh my god. Premature, but that would have been
Very same
perfect.
day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South
Fernando's Curry is an astonishingly difficult duel. Like, you don't need to delay a lot to get a perfect fight on him. Okay. I need to commit more to the right side here.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I
Don't get
heard
too
the
hype.
Wild Bunch was
Don't get
back
too hype.
together. Kid
Oh god,
Curry escaped
because
from
of that.
jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail. As I was still in pursuit of my
Because this
brother's
is
killer, hoping
1:30 to hell.
anyways,
A lot of things can go wrong here.
we camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Is that 2? Yeah, that was only 2. Ah.
Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was
At
Kid
least I
Curry.
got the dialogue
I
skip,
could
but
sense him
honestly
close
that
by, however,
was kind of bad.
plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts. And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific.
I need to remind myself. That specific situation
Plan clearly indicated
That
how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden
is the
supports.
only, like, enemy interaction where you want to delay your grenade toss. Or not your grenade toss, but your grenade shooting. Like, you need to wait until your grenades hit the ground. Normally you don't want to do that, because that adds inconsistency
was
to
considered the
which
wildest of the
dynamite
Wild
sticks
Bunch.
explode,
It was
but
said that
in
he
that
fathered
situation you need to
85
do it.
bastard children, though some say it was only 5.
Okay. That was fast.
The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you...
Missed you.
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks.
Okay.
What happened next?
Well, having removed
There's no way I'm beating this, by the way. 130 to hell is one of my best splits in this run. Gonna lose time in any case.
So, what happened then?
Had to remove more of that.
Did I get him? I didn't. I'm gonna let him be. But I need to be slow here. Oh, whoa!
Noticed a footbridge tied up on high.
Oh my god. That's regretful. Didn't think that would be possible.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling.
That was a
Actually, there was
that was a cheap ass shot. My god. Whew. I was about to die. No! This is fine. Well, this is slow.
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward. Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my
I told
way
myself
back
to
the
go
bridge,
more
I
ham
saw
there because I
something
lost time
consumed.
before.
There was a long burning fuse.
Wrong call,
that
but
was
it's
moving
fine.
Fast as hell. I had to catch it.
Honestly, as long as we don't die on 130, I'm happy with it. So this is alright. I'll take that time loss.
Run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer. I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful.
Need to keep my cool.
Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass as I was not a young man anymore.
Ooh boy. That was close. Yeah. It's close to falling off there.
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me. Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened
Nice,
up
okay.
on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Nice.
Eventually, I brought that tunnel down.
Oh boy. Okay.
I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around.
If I have a
and
good
deal
duel,
with
then
me
I'll only
personally.
lose like 7 seconds. Honestly, I can chill though. I have enough time saved to honestly be pretty safe about this. This was perfect though,
Fast as
so
he was,
whatever. Whatever.
I was just a bit faster. And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about?
Oh no. Oh
Bob
no.
Butch and Sundance in South America. You ain't never finding him.
Okay. There's something that I wanted to practice that I didn't do.
Those were his last words.
Damn it, I'm losing a lot more time than I thought I would. Okay, this is still fine. But yeah, this part here, I wanted to practice positioning for the sniper part. But I need to YOLO that, I guess.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets
Body
were
block.
flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this gem.
Oh my god. Lock on! Lock on actually killed me there. It focused on his body and not his head.
Second, now, how'd they stop this train in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
I was too far away for those shots. No, he wasn't invincible. It was because when I am in slow motion, I have auto aim to their body. But I want to aim at his head. And you can only do that if you're close enough to him. I wasn't, so that's what happened.
They hopped a freight train, having heard there was
Again,
big payroll.
I could have avoided that, but since he was pretty close to the door because I was slow, it was a weird situation.
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet.
A run ago, I would have been killed by that.
Excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and
Okay.
I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you. I never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the
But
bar.
you seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better.
Oh boy.
I mentioned that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Starr. Of course,
Okay.
I didn't learn that until later. Anyway.
I got a melee in the back there.
Best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, somebody saw me and shouted out, "It's a damn Pinkerton!" It's a damn Pinkerton! I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward.
Lock on. What the hell?
Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole with a Gatling gun.
Did I kill him? I did not. I don't know why I didn't lock on there.
Right about then,
That was unfortunate.
some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Okay.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Guess I'm doing the old strat.
Yes, I did.
I don't know what that was.
I was looking for Jim, shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
There sure were a lot of men determined to die that day. It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest
No,
of the
that's
damn train.
not the strat Crank does. He does a very different one compared to me.
I could see Jesse
I used to have an old strat where I was just strafing to the left in slow motion and just shot him in the head.
Jesse James?
The new strat is to lock on with the lock-on skill to guarantee more shots to the head.
Yeah. Jesse
But
was like John Wesley Hart.
that didn't work for me just
Howard
now,
shot him in the
so
back of the head.
I need to
It
practice
doesn't matter how
that part,
far
I
you
guess.
run, does it, Ben?
I'm gonna blame myself for not practicing that enough. But that was very weird. That was very weird.
Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to
What about
convince him
that
to
Jim
hang up
fella?
his guns.
What happened
Oh,
to
that's
him?
I
unfortunate.
figure he was
Oh
up front with
no.
the gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him.
That is incredibly unfortunate. But it's fine.
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track
I
his
guess I'm
brother,
sticking to my old
Frank,
strat.
that son of a bitch Jim.
He aims and doesn't look. Yeah, I know, I know. I know, he pops down into cover there, but that is pretty slow compared to the alternatives.
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe.
And it's not even much safer than what I used to do.
In fact,
So I would revert to my old strats if anything.
Indians who fled the Reds and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were.
Engines?
Yeah, they could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then. Hey, about another...
And still PB, and you know what your time will be. Yeah.
Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
It's actually crazy that I got that pace in this run. Like, I didn't expect this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh!
Great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again
I almost died there. That was close.
and kill many more men.
And the darkness will grow.
Until it consumes everything you are.
I only got one spawn there, no spawn here. What the hell? Those are very interesting spawns. What is happening? These are the weirdest spawns I've had in a long time. Okay.
So, did you ever
Okay,
find
still worked out.
the man you were after?
Wow.
Let me ask you something, Ben. You ever think about death?
Mr. Greaves?
That
Are you
strat
alright?
didn't work at all there. I don't know why these spawns didn't work as they should. But that was still fast. Oh my god.
Won't you spare me over to another you?
If I'm gonna be PBing again by split seconds.
Can't see
God fucking damn you, video game. Oh my god.
hold of me. Oh, dear, won't you spare me over to another you?
So, are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed was indeed that son bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning
Okay.
they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my
I still don't know
vengeance,
why,
but nothing was gonna stop me.
man.
Nothing.
I thought I had a good strat with the lock-on going. That's something that I stole from Das Was Ich runs. But I guess it's not consistent, or I didn't practice it enough. That was really weird. Felt like felt like it was out of control for me.
I finally did.
I'm
track
irritated
those
by that.
outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor
One.
soul who came anywhere close. I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse.
Just direct
Couldn't really
line.
disagree with the
No
fact
fear.
Jesse was dead then as well.
There's no fear to be had. Look at the time.
But he was
We
still
can only
intent on
save
killing
time.
me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle. Well, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself.
Yeah, I do have this. Thank you.
It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared. I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them. That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
Was Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri. Selling folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I can
didn't
save
say
time
he
in both
died in
this
the
level and the
fallout,
next
did I?
one. The next one has 9 seconds to save.
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life. Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will. At this point, I just don't give a shit.
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else.
You want Reed? Have at him. I never did like that bastard.
Okay. I need to remember to split dynamite early in that next part. I need to
We
split
parted in peace
dynamite
as Frank pointed out
early.
the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
I'm just gonna piano the dynamite button.
I was determined not
Nice.
to let that murderer escape my revenge again.
So what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts. But rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that sumbitch out. Hey, Reed! I shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy
That's a
being married
big
to
damn
Bill
kappa,
Starr
Kenster.
while you're off providing
That's the
for
biggest
family.
kappa I've
He's
seen in a
spreading
long
her legs
time.
for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive
It's
woman
almost
exactly,
insulting.
but very friendly. At least she was
Yeah.
to me.
Son of a bitch!
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up?
I need to split earlier. That was good.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed. I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers.
While runs that lose all their time save lack quality compared to perfect runs, there are great opportunities to test your mental strength, Kenster. That
And repay him I did.
they are great at. And I am mentally strong.
Well,
Throwing for content. No.
40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now. Both Johnny Ringo and Jim
Shit,
Reed fell
okay.
fairly quickly. But the last,
There you go.
Roscoe Bob Bryant. That son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
For all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind.
Kenster, I don't need that negativity right now. I really don't. No!
Did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was?
I need to go fast.
By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had.
Why did I lose time there? Why did that not
Stop
trigger?
me from taking his life. Been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you
What?
already know.
No. No. I'm visually flustered. And I don't like it. I didn't need that at all, Kenster. I'm sorry, but that was... I'm making you to blame for that. Okay. I guess I didn't peek far enough into that barn.
But you obviously prevailed since you're sitting with that, Mr. Tate.
I need to watch that back.
Actually,
That's a
in
mistake that I
moment,
don't want to do
I
again.
did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack. Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
there was silence all around me. I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here and there. Even over there.
So I am right. You are touched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
Full focus.
I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me. In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him. Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun. But no ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a falling
Full
branch.
focus.
He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead. The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead. George
I'm
Curry
missing
and Harvey
focus.
Logan, alias Kid Curry,
Full focus.
both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond. Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy.
Mediocre focus.
Finally,
But that was the fastest I've ever done this part. By a long shot.
he was alive.
Oh my god, I did this so fast that I need to wait for dialogue.
Leroy Parker,
I never had that happen to me before.
coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
That might be a bad thing. I might have gotten extra dialogue in between. But I'm starting to remember all the spawns in this final part, which is good.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you. You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked him about Bob Bryant.
Legend is
They
Davdus
were
has
too
the
busy
fastest
with their
hands in the
own
West.
heated
I don't know.
conversation.
I don't know about that.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
They were damn fast when I skipped 116.
Anna's mine.
I don't think I can ever have hands as fast and
Until I had an answer
as
to my
that.
question. But those boys didn't give me much of
Okay.
a choice.
Okay, this is good. Okay, I can chill now. Oops. That was premature.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Your hands were too fast. Did you skip checkpoint early? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance
No,
Kid
I don't know why
killed
that
the
happened.
Bolivian
I think I was
army.
either...
Everybody knows that.
That's the legend. But
I guess I didn't go far enough into the barn.
So, you never found Bob?
There is no Bob. This old
But
son
yeah.
of a bitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Honestly,
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
well, not the whole time.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
man,
too happy
I
about
think
this.
you worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
But this is still an important run to get. Because this is the first time ever that someone got something under 115. 114? Fucking hell. That's a nice number to see. Kenzo, everything you said was right. This PB doesn't feel as good compared to if I had that minus 30 time save. But still, these are important runs to finish. These are important runs to push through.
Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me.
So I don't appreciate those negative comments. Don't do that next time. Sub 114 incoming? We'll see about that. But thanks for the congrats, man. Actually, I'm kind of surprised that my sum of best looks like this now. Like, look at this. 113?
It's Eisenhower, sir.
49? Like, holy crap. That doesn't look realistic at all.
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
Should look impossible after a run, I guess.
Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world.
I guess it does.
Spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life. You hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
This doesn't feel right. My God.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
If sub 114 is possible, then I'm sure as hell gonna get it. I'm gonna get that. And Crank, if you wanna beat that, you're welcome to try. Alright. Before I can do any more runs though, I need to figure something out. And that is Death Rides a Steel Stallion. That sniper part, I need to understand before I can do another run. That felt completely out of control.